What is up, guys? Welcome to the podcast of awesome. My name's Eric.
I'm Leigha.
And I'm Matt.
And today we're just going to talk about all things awesome. We're going to talk some philosophy, motivation, maybe some educational stuff, maybe some politics, maybe some entertainment-based things. I don't know. We're just going to run with it, see what happens. That's what this podcast is all about. It's about just talking about awesome things. That's what it's about.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Exactly.
Not sweet.
No.
Awesome.
Awesome. So we probably should talk about Volkswagen vans because that's probably one of the most awesome inventions ever on this planet. Late 1960s, early 1970s, Volkswagen vans. Leigha, what's your take on the Volkswagen van?
Okay, back in the 60s and 70s, yeah, I think they're awesome. Like, they defined the era.
Yeah.
Right? They're easygoing. They have so many amenities within one vehicle. Today, however, they look awesome, and it's definitely a statement. Like, people know who you are if you're
Absolutely.
driving that van and what you stand for. But no air conditioning.
That is brutal.
That's brutal.
And, I mean, you don't lack a lot of the things that we take for granted in vehicles today. And so I think that if you were to take one on a road trip, it would look awesome, but you would really recognize the sacrifice of not having other things that you typically would have.
It's a good answer.
You know, that is something. I mean, I'm a huge Volkswagen. I'm a huge Volkswagen van. Jeez, that's a hard word. Volkswagen van lover. But, you know, you don't really realize the no AC factor.
Plus, how much is it going to cost to fill?
But wait.
There's more.
No. But okay, take this into consideration too. Eric already doesn't care about temperature.
That is true. I don't recognize it.
No. Like, we'll be in the car that's like freezing outside, -30, and he won't even turn the heat. He has the AC on. That's happened multiple occasions.
Well, when we bought this tree, she's like, well, you don't keep your house at like 65, do you? And I was like, and Eric's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, he does.
So, but is the AC, in your case, the scenario? Although, but it depends where you travel to.
That's true. Like, if you're taking it West Coast, you're going to California, it's going to be noticeable.
Yeah.
You know, I've always thought about this, but there's got to be a way to get the body style of a Volkswagen. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how it works. But you got to be able to put air conditioning in one. You have to be able to put a nice engine in one. You have to be able to upgrade it with the tech. I mean, how... It can't be expensive either.
Well.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You should be able to put like a...
You can't just swap out one motor for another motor. It fits perfectly in vehicles.
See, but it's the labor too.
That's true.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to do it yourself, then you might have a cheaper way to go.
That's true.
But at the expense of what? More time spent on research, more mistakes possibly.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can get them to run on, like, McDonald's fry fat if you wanted to.
You could.
Dude.
No.
How is that? Fries? Sign me up.
Gotta go to McDonald's to fill up the tank.
Could you smell it? Would you have, like, constant fry cravings?
I mean, I already do. Surprise.
Well, yeah. And there's a potato... Apparently, there's a potato shortage.
Yeah,
There's
that's
going
true.
to be, this year.
No.
Yeah, they said, watch out.
So is McDonald's going to still be not selling or still selling fries?
I guess they will, but I think that they're going to really feel it.
They probably have a corner on the market. I bet they get first come, first serve on all the potatoes. I mean, think about how many chickens and cows and potatoes go through McDonald's.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, so feel free to fact check me, but apparently they are the largest buyer of apples in the
McDonald's?
US. Yeah, for their apple slices and their kids' meals.
I could see that. That's
Yeah.
not hard to believe.
Yeah.
They sell a ton of them.
But, like, if they are the largest buyer of apples, think of everything else. Like, I mean, I don't go to McDonald's for apples.
That's true.
I mean, I go for fries and the junior chicken, but...
Yeah, the fries, I mean, Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with the fries. That's interesting though. Apple's being the largest buyer, even more than grocery stores.
Yeah, apparently. But
Wow.
like, think of how many McDonald's there are in relation to how many grocery stores there are.
About the same.
Quick calculation in my head.
Yeah. I mean, there's like one McDonald's for every grocery store. It's like the first fast food restaurant that comes up in every city.
Let me fact check something quick. I mean, we're living in the 21st century.
Yeah, let's Google it.
Not if you have a Volkswagen.
Yeah, not if you have a...
I think that's living in the current day.
You think you get searched at the border now? Wait till you cross in your Volkswagen.
Oh, dude, they'll come join me in the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hop in the back. There's plenty of room to
search
lounge.
it.
What did you find him at?
So it's found in 120 countries and territories. And this is according to Google. Or Wikipedia. It's the first thing that came up on Google. They serve 68 million customers a day.
How much?
68 million customers a day.
Hokey darn.
Per day. McDonald's operates 37,855 restaurants worldwide, employing more than 210,000 people.
Dudette. That's nuts.
So hopefully those potato shortages will be resolved.
So 68 million, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you said. Take 68 million. I guess I can do it on my phone. 68 million. And the average price of a meal at McDonald's is how much? $8 probably?
Well, depends what you get.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 5 to probably 12.
So average, what do we want to do for average? $7? $8?
Yeah, 8, 9, somewhere around
8? Okay, let's do 8. So every day, that's how much McDonald's makes. $544 million every day.
It is the largest buyer of beef, pork, and potatoes. The second largest buyer of chicken. And as of 2005, which is a long time ago. Whew,
That's almost 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
I had already graduated high school. It was the largest restaurant buyer of apples.
Okay.
Wow.
And
now,
already 2005 they were?
Yeah, and they had just started that year to serve like apples as part of their like healthier menu picks.
They do it as a cover up.
Yeah.
We all know they buy it because they make $544 million a day. They probably just buy apples just to do it. They do it. That's the reason.
What
why.
would they do with it though if they just did it?
Let them rot.
That's it.
Yeah, they just want that tag when they're like, McDonald's is unhealthy. They're like, no, we buy apples.
Can we get sued for this? We should probably not talk about McDonald's.
Well, freedom of speech.
Yeah, it's America.
You don't want another Oprah situation.
What happened there?
In like the olden days, like 2005. Actually, I can't remember what year it was, but Oprah made a comment on her show saying it was after people had died of food poisoning from eating hamburgers. Remember that whole like E. coli crisis? Or,
yeah.
Was it I don't even know.
Just all hamburgers in general,
But
or just McDonald's?
She said, this stops me in my tracks from ever eating a hamburger again, or something in that realm. And there's a beef law in Texas, I believe it is, the libel food laws or something, and she isn't allowed to say anything defamatory against the beef industry. That's an actual law. And so they sued her. And so she was caught up in litigation for years. Finally, I think she won. But like to the expense of how many dollars? I don't know. It's Oprah. She can afford anything. She's pretty much like God. But
yeah,
giving people cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently she couldn't say that on her show because it was against the law. But that's like Texas. That's like heavy duty ranchers.
Not farmers.
Ranchers.
Here's the thing. On the podcast of awesome, we support all things awesome. Beef is awesome. I think we all can agree.
Well, most people.
Everything is
Most
awesome
people.
in its own way, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
McDonald's is awesome.
Apples are
McDonald's.
awesome.
It revolutionized the fast food industry. It
Yes.
even, I mean,
That's why most of us can eat
Yeah.
in the evenings when we have no ambition to cook.
That's exactly.
and it made things so cheap, right?
It
Yeah.
did.
That
Yeah.
assembly line system for restaurants, pretty
Yeah.
awesome. I would like to go back to the 60s, 70s Volkswagen, 55 Chevy convertible. And I would like to go to some of the original fast food restaurants
That'd be
that
sweet.
had like the car hop.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
sweet.
Kind of like what Sonic is
Sonic,
doing right
yeah.
now. Although I wish they were on the rollerblade system still.
Roller skates?
Roller
No, It's
skate.
gotta be 4 wheels.
The 4-wheel roller skate.
I mean, I could see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But-
It'd be tough. But I mean, just imagine that.
Well, here
you know?
maybe.
On the ice.
Yeah. We'll have
Ice
more
skates. Yeah, at that point.
That would be cool.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
They do like a cool spin trick as they're
Oh,
hold
Yeah.
That'd be tough. They stop and
Fries
sling
crash
ice in
in
the
the
car. I watched one girl one time. I was at the drive-thru and I saw one girl almost biff it, but she caught herself.
Was
she
I
did.
there with that?
She did. Yeah,
I remember
I think
that.
you were. We were in the drive-thru and we weren't expecting her to come out the drive-thru side door, and we just watch her, and you could tell she was struggling, like her legs were bending, and then she did the woo, and somehow miraculously she like transitioned the tray. Woo! One leg still had it balanced, caught it, rebounded. Matt and I were like, whoa! We were ready to just watch her go down.
I hope she quit. Like, you gotta, like, stop while you're ahead.
At that point, yeah. That's like winning the Super Bowl.
Well,
You
but
just retire right after.
That's true. I won't argue that.
So, entertainment. When we're talking great movies, good music, we're going to start with movies. This year, 2019, being that 2019 is just finishing up.
Today.
It's done. Yeah, it's done. And we're now into 2020.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, 2019, I think for all of us, we can agree, had its doozies.
That's a word for it.
Yeah. But, hey, life is awesome. So 2020, baby, the year of the metal rat. It's a big one.
It is
Something
actually.
said.
Yeah. So, movies, though, 2019, year in review, best movie of 2019. Leigha, what's your pick?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Great
So
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I love Matt Damon and
Yeah.
Christian Bale, so you can't go wrong with those two.
It pulled at your heartstrings. Like, when I look for a really good movie, I want to see the whole spectrum of emotion. I want to laugh, I want to cry, I want to feel embarrassed for someone. And yeah, that movie covered all the bases.
It did.
Oscar contention.
You know, it should.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be.
I think it was underrated. I don't think it
Yeah.
was marketed properly.
Yeah.
So many people didn't even know. I found out from my dad that I should go. And if my dad says something's good, usually I take it with a grain of salt because it's probably like a shoot me up film. Everyone dies, or it's
John
like,
Wick.
John Wick.
300 people dead in the first
Hey, that's
10
a good
minutes.
movie.
or it's like or it's CSI. Like, he has two kind of streams that he likes, and he also doesn't stay awake for a movie. So when he said he stayed awake for the whole entire movie and it didn't fit into those two streams, I was like, whoa, we got to see it. So yeah,
It was good. We
was
went.
good.
We went to the Winnipeg Theater. What was the name of this one we went to?
Scotiabank
Scotiabank. And dude, no refills on popcorn for free.
or
Really?
drinks
Or drinks.
Really?
Cineplex.
That's a sin at this point in
I
life.
know.
They
That's
make
what
a
I'm.
ton of money off of that.
Yeah, and you know what? I needed another bag of popcorn and another pop, so I bought another large and another large thing of popcorn.
You
We
went
spent
through
over-
a large?
We love popcorn. I mean, to put it in perspective, last night we wanted to watch a movie at home. Eric drove to the movie theater and bought us a bag of popcorn.
I did.
Sounds like something you do.
Yeah, we already had Diet Coke in the fridge, so you know we were good there. But yeah, we downed 2 large bags of popcorn, one before the movie and one during. And then
It was a long credit or
That's
long.
Long. Trailers.
Yeah, trailers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
previews.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah, we showed up a little early,
Yeah.
answered some of the trivia questions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Got them all wrong.
Yeah.
All wrong.
They're always so random. Who is the extra in Lord of the Rings? Oh, I don't know. Which one? You know?
Well, don't ask me. I might know.
Yeah, you might know. And then, we watched the movie. It was a great movie. It's one of those movies, though, that I think it was amazing because of the movie theater, too. It was a great movie.
The ambience.
It was a great movie. But I think there's always... It's like Star Wars to me. I love watching Star Wars. I love watching it at home still. But there's something about that movie theater experience that just makes... You just hear the mechanics of the movie. Like, you hear the engine revving from, like, 90 different angles.
Well,
and
it's,
like,
it's the experience.
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
some movies that I feel as though you need to see in, like, with, I don't know, the huge screen, like,
Yes.
and like, amazing sound system. Like,
Yes.
Avatar, Lord of the Rings,
Oh, yeah.
Ford versus Ferrari, and putting them all in the same category because you need, like, the sound. You
Yeah.
need, and the quality of picture.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch a film, I mean, the whole point of watching something is, like, experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's like, how would you want to experience that for the
Yeah.
first time? Like, if you watched this movie, Ford versus Ferrari, say on this TV,
What do you can't see it?
Yeah.
versus like watching it like in the theater, you'd probably not
Yeah.
think of it the same
No.
way.
Yeah.
To
Well,
some
but
extent.
it's cars, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
And so you really need to hear that.
You want it
Whereas
to be loud.
Lord of the Rings, they put in so much money into all the intricacies
Yes.
and the color scale of the movie.
Yeah.
You need to see it on a big screen, or else
Have to.
everything would be completely muddled.
Yes.
Right?
And you'll see everything on the big screen. Because you're right, there is so much detail in those movies.
But if we're watching like Paw Patrol, for example, my nephew is 1.5 and he
Great
loves
Great.
Paw Patrol.
Great.
But like, it's all like, on the color wheel, they're all like basic colors and like they pop, and
That's
you
true.
don't need to see that on a big screen.
No.
It's clear.
You can watch that on a tablet and it still looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
In fact, that'd be my preferred method to watch those kind of movies.
Yeah. On
If
big
you were to watch
You know, you can picture me just at home by myself watching Paw Patrol in my chair.
What are you up to tonight? Friday night? Paw Patrol. But yeah, so Ford versus Ferrari, phenomenal
pick.
movie. I would. It's one of my favorites this year too. What's your go-to, Matt?
I think.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I don't
you
know
can guess.
if I don't know. No joking around on this one, but
Yeah, well.
Why so serious?
Yeah, why so serious, Eric? Joker was definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
I saw it 5 times in theaters.
wow.
A whole handful.
Yeah. I saw it 5 times in theaters. I bought the Steelbook, which it's not even out yet. Comes out on the 7th.
I thought it came out already, or the
So it's
regular,
out.
the
So
digital copy came
digital
out.
is out, so you can buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to do the Steelbook because
Yeah.
of course it's a novelty for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joker, like same kind of thing with Ford versus Ferrari. You know, saw it on the big screen 5 times, so you see
Yeah.
different things every time.
Yeah.
But I went by myself actually the first time that I went to it. So, and everybody thinks that going to the movies by yourself's weird.
No, I love it.
I think it's fun because then you kind of you get to be there yourself and not using other people to kind of help sway your opinion one way or another.
Yeah.
So when I went, yeah, it was like I went opening night and it was just packed.
Yeah.
But the overall, like the music, that's what got me from this film. I listen to the soundtrack still. So, but the music and the, like, just, you know, you mentioned the spectrum of emotion, and this one has definitely more of a core focus of like being more of like a sad story.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Very dark.
It's very, I mean, if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but yeah, it's very sad, but I like the rise, like,
Yeah.
to his character at the
Yeah.
end. Like, it was just, the payoff was amazing. And being that it was rated R, I was glad it was rated R because the violence in it was kind of
Yeah.
very fitting for Joker and really kind of a different setting you never really see from Joker, like on the violence side.
You know what they did well in this Joker compared to other Jokers? And that was the biggest thing I heard after the movie. Which Joker's better? You know, and they're not comparable at all.
Well, Mark Hamill, the guy who, well, I'll let you finish your thought.
Yeah, well, real quick, with the Joker in the new movie, he's like a real dude. Like he didn't feel like normally when you watch a superhero movie, they almost put the superheroes or a bad guy in a plateau. Like they're better than everybody else. They're like more enhanced.
Yeah.
Like this Joker, almost when you're watching the movie, made you feel like anybody could be that dude.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of people probably resonated with him.
Yeah, a lot probably did.
Maybe not in the sense of like, murdering.
Because
there was a whole thing before the movie released that it was going to start, inspiring people to rise to power and shoot people and complete opposite.
Yeah. It brought more awareness to a lot of
the
topics.
But see, Mark Hamill, how he put it, he's one of the voices for Joker, played Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So, but he put it in a way where he said, Joker is like Hamlet. So there's multiple interpretations of Hamlet. From different perspectives, and so it's hard to almost like compare Jokers.
Interesting.
Like, and so the argument like, is Heath Ledger better than Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, or Mark Hamill, or you can't even compare them because they're all different settings. They're all different premise of character.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Joker was definitely my favorite, and probably one of my favorite all time movies too, in my top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
See, and I'd seen it with you first, and I was excited I was going to go see it with Leigha the next weekend. And I remember I called Leigha after we saw it, and I was like, I don't want to go see it again.
Yeah. For some people, it was a see it once, you're done.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great movie. Like, it's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it was one of those movies where, like...
It was that intense.
It was intense.
Yeah.
It's an intense movie. So I don't know. I may have to watch it with you so you can see it.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't. No. Well, we were going to see it together, and then once was enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would like it, probably.
Yeah.
So, well, it depends if you don't mind the darkness of a movie.
Yeah, I can get past that easy, I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you get the Steelbook, we'll have to come on over and watch it. It'll be good.
What was your favorite movie? 2019.
2019. Gosh, it's felt like a long year, but yet the shortest year of my life. What were some of the early movies this year? Like January, February, March. What were some of those early ones?
Oh, wow.
Let me look real quick.
That was some time ago.
Because there were some good ones. I'm a comedy dude, for those that don't know it.
Never would have guessed.
See, I'm starting to do this thing. It's the old person thing with the phone. I don't know why I have perfect eyesight. I have like 15/20, but for some reason, like, it just must be an old thing where you see technology and it's too bright for your eyes or something.
Well, it's
Should we let our viewers know how old you actually are?
They can guess.
Not for the people listening.
How old?
His voice seems pretty old.
Yeah. Very distinguished.
So wise.
So wise. Yeah.
What am I searching?
Movies of early 2019.
You've been staring at your phone that long, you didn't type it in?
I was staring at it. I'm telling you. Okay, we have Star Wars, The Irishman.
Star Wars came out this...
Once Upon a Time. I'm just with Knives Out, Ford versus Ferrari. Avengers came out this year. Avengers Endgame.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We have Cats. Interesting movie. Joker, Frozen 2. Booksmart came out this year. Ad Astra, Jumanji, that's out now.
Hustlers.
Yeah, Hustlers came out. Rocket Man.
Oh, yeah.
Rocket Man.
That was good.
I haven't seen Rocket Man.
I haven't seen that either.
So good.
Toy Story. None really sticking out. Good Boys. I saw Good Boys. That was that one Seth Rogen film.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey, that was your favorite, right?
Downtown Abbey?
No, it's...
That's what I always call it.
Downtown Abbey.
Drives me nuts.
Gosh, of these movies... Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah.
That was a good one. Pain and Glory. What was that one?
What was your favorite, though, of all of them?
So it's not even on here.
Bombshell, I haven't seen that yet.
I didn't really have like a movie I really fell for this year, but there's a few. So I'll just name a few. I liked Yesterday the movie about the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
Oh,
yeah.
that was good.
That was
Yeah.
a really good movie. I liked the balance in it. It was funny, but you had to talk about the Beatles, and it wasn't your typical biopic like Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
where like you followed them as them. It was like this dude who ended up waking up. He got hit by a bus or something, right? And then he woke up and he was
Well, because
he knew all the Beatles songs.
well, because the premise though wasn't it that the people forgot
yeah.
Yeah.
about the Beatles?
It was
Yep.
wiped from everyone's memory, but he was the only one that remembered the songs, and so he had to try to piece them back together. And he was a struggling musician, and his parents didn't think he would make it. And then suddenly he comes up with these major hits. But as he starts performing them and recording his music, there are a couple people in the world that remember.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And so there's some conflict build there.
Interesting.
Which is
But we
interesting.
weren't, yeah, we
Yeah.
won't say anymore because
Yeah.
that's like important to the story.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
He was hit by a bus though, right? That's what made him go into it. Or did he just wake up?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Or did the
Maybe it's
story
a
just
different
start
movie.
that way? Like where everybody just forgot?
No, it started off typical, like everyday life.
So how did people's memory? Well, maybe that's diving
Yeah.
too deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we may need to rewatch that part. But I think,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Lights
not,
went out.
That's not critical.
See, I thought the lights went out and then he got hit. Didn't he get hit? Lights flickered. The world electricity went off. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, that was probably one of my favorite ones though.
Okay.
This year, that one, and then, yeah, that one was pretty much it. Ford versus Ferrari was great. That was probably my favorite theater experience this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knives Out was really good too.
Was it?
As a theater experience, yeah.
Compared to Clue?
Oh yeah, I'm buying Knives Out on
Really?
Steelbook, yeah.
Okay.
And usually if I buy Steelbook, that's like my 10 out of 10 seal.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
Yeah.
So anytime I buy a Steelbook, it's got my seal of approval.
Wasn't there a movie we watched this year and I was like, we need to buy that on Steelbook? Was that Ford versus Ferrari?
It might have been.
Yeah.
What was the matinee that you guys went to?
The matinee.
We went to a matinee on like a Thursday afternoon.
Oh my.
What would
Gotta tap into the archives.
Yeah, what would that have been? Was it recent?
Was this fall?
We went to a matinee. Well,
Was it a comedy?
26 really hit us hard.
It did. That is when you start noticing when you're older. 26 is the age. Is that?
It's true.
It is. It really is. That's when I really started feeling it.
I'll leave it to the 26-year-olds to decide that. I haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Well, you're still 23. you know.
Yeah.
It's a rough life when you're 23.
Yeah. And then a decade goes past and you don't even know.
So, okay, music. Let's think music here this year. It's been kind of like a new trend in music in 2019. It was kind of
It's
weird.
been different.
Yeah, it was a weird year for music. It was a lot of like mashups. It felt like country all of a sudden had a hip hop pop twist, like extra hard
You
this
know what?
year.
It felt like a lot of revival.
Yeah,
And a lot of the people
Yeah.
that weren't like on the top that all of a sudden like just came back
Yeah.
on top.
yeah.
Like Eminem. Like
Yeah.
he was because was that this year that he came out with that album?
I think.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a little fact check here.
Yeah, music goes so quick for me over the years.
Yeah, it does. It flies.
It's different than movies. I mean, music. Were you guys kind of standing with music this year? Are you for genre? Because sometimes over the course of a lifetime, your genre kind of switches compared to your mood you're in, that season or whatever. As we end 2019 going into 2020, what's kind of your genre of choice? What radio station are you playing? Leigha, what are you doing?
See, I'm not as much of a music connoisseur as you are, or
Yeah.
maybe you guys are. Like, for example, you were shell shocked the other day that I don't think I've ever listened to an album all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not I've never been a buyer of music, even back when I was buying tapes and then CDs. Like, I didn't know what to ask for, so I would get like my favorite, I think, CD I ever bought was Dance Mix 95.
Classic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Because I like those mashups. Excuse me. And then now, since Spotify, I will pick playlists that other people have put together. I have my 70s playlist, my 80s playlist, my 90s love R&B playlist, and but could I actually name all the songs on that playlist? some of them, but most of them probably not. Like, and I'm like, I love that song. It's nostalgic. I can remember exactly where I was the first time I heard that song. But do I know who sang it? No. Like, I just don't have a relationship with artists. I have a relationship with their music.
That's cool.
Yeah. It is cool until I tell the artist that I don't actually buy them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just not a music-y person. I quite enjoy silence for the majority of my day.
Silence is beautiful.
Yeah, you gotta respect that.
And that's the thing with a lot of people when it comes to music. Some people are beat people, some people are lyric people, and some people are
Ambient people.
Yeah, more ambient. But also when it comes to music, like you said, a lot of people. It's just weird, but I would say most people don't really know the artist as well as some people do.
Yeah.
I think that most people know the song and that's what they care about, and then they go on with their day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But as far as like genre goes this year, I think that for new music, I was listening to country again. Country I really liked, and then
A lot of good country songs this year.
yeah.
There were.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because of like the North Dakota State Fair. You had some pretty good names. And then also Rick Springfield. Then I went back into the archives and I pulled out a lot of the oldies that I liked.
Starship. She built this city.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah, that was. We walked in right on that song.
Yeah, that was
It's
fantastic.
meant to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not Rick Springfield.
No, it's not.
Clarification.
Don't add us. Yeah.
Don't add us. Yeah.
So country, that's good. Country.
Yeah.
What was your favorite country song? Do you know the song? How'd it go? Karaoke moment.
Keep drawing a blank.
Okay. My favorite one's Better Together. From Luke Combs.
From Luke Combs, yeah.
Luke Combs, man. He's captivated my heart, man.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a country listener, but
Yeah.
I can listen to him.
Just a burly dude. Seems pretty down to earth.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm going to say this because I've never been a Bieber fan, but Justin Bieber kind of entered the country music scene this year with that 10,000 hours.
Yeah, with Dan and Shay.
Yeah. And if I didn't know it was Bieber, which I didn't at the beginning, I was like, this is an amazing song. Like, Dan and Shay. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And then I like looked at it on my Spotify playlist and I was like, am I allowed to like this song? I decided yes. But
big decision.
It was monumental for the day. But yeah, so that was a good one too.
That's cool. Dan and Shay, they're really good. I'm excited to see them because they're coming to the State Fair.
State Fair 2020.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be front rower on stage.
Yep.
You know,
Likewise.
partying with them. They're gonna let me on the drums this year.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Is
going
that the
for.
goal?
Yep. I'll have the GoPro strapped to my head. The real State Fair experience.
Yeah.
Now, what was your favorite song this year?
Song?
Yep.
Oh wow. You narrowed it to one song?
Yeah, just one. You can only listen to one on repeat for the rest of your life from 2019.
Wow. Oh man, that's.
I'm gonna give you the license to do genre or artist as well.
Yeah, can I do that? Yeah. I was like, she gets this broad range and I get one song.
Do or die, Matt.
You can see who he likes better.
Yeah. Gosh, that's okay. If I had to pick a song, like if I had to pick one, and actually Spotify, they did a recap, so you see like what your
year
most,
in review.
Yeah, your year in review, what your most played song was. Might not hurt to pull that up for us.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually curious.
But in the meantime, if you guys pull that up, my favorite song of 2019 had to be "Leave Me Alone" by NF.
NF.
Yeah, NF.
Really good.
Favorite artist, favorite album, favorite song. Like, I'll just say that right now. I've always liked NF, and he's been great. But are you able to see the Spotify and review?
Yeah, it's showing my top 2019 songs. So my top songs was Superstars from Christian French.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs. And then this was one of them too. Mac Miller.
Oh, Mac Miller.
Because Mac Miller passed away this year.
Yeah, he did. Was that this year?
I think it was, right? This year. It was 2019. Mac Miller. You know Mac Miller?
I think it was this year.
Yeah.
It's only telling me what my... Oh, wait. Top songs of 2019. It was only showing up... 2018 was only showing up.
No, it was September of last year when he passed. September 7th.
Okay, but it was kind of going into this year. And yeah, this one came out this spring. And so I was rocking to it. It's just a chill, old school Mac
I
Miller.
would be careful. I don't know if they can hear you talking over that.
That's true. Who knows?
But
The song's good, though.
well, yeah, because they were releasing other songs that he never released when he was alive.
Yeah, there's
Right?
some still coming out.
There's still music that he made.
Yep.
How'd you get to that?
Scroll
Some-
down to the bottom and it'll say like...
Oh,
nine.
just a little far. Right there. Oh, you passed it.
Oh.
Go down. Oh, right there. 2019.
Oh, there we go.
What's your top song?
Well, top songs, right?
Oh, it goes in order, actually.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay, I don't think you'd ever guess this.
I don't think I would too.
It's Indian Summer by Jai Wolf.
Oh, you showed me this one.
Huh?
Hey, this is a good song. I can see this in a movie trailer.
What's it called?
Indian Summer by Jai Wolf.
Oh yeah, I could see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like a very 80s vibe too.
Mm.
And you know what? I think it's because... I think I play... The majority of songs that I play on repeat, it's because I've linked them with certain exercises at the gym.
Oh yeah.
Right? So if there's one song that I'll start my workout with, like on the treadmill or something, it's like this. And then I'll move to the free weights and then I'll play other songs. And so those are a lot of my songs.
That's yeah.
The workout songs.
My top, according to this, well, I was very close, but No Excuses by NF.
No excuses.
Literally the top 5 songs
NF.
this year have been NF.
Wow.
And then Mac Miller. And then Ryan Caravo.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, dude. He's
Yeah.
good.
And then
I
Drake.
really-
So that's my top artists. But yeah,
He was probably my favorite discovery this year of an
Ryan?
artist. Ryan.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He's so underrated.
Ryan Caravo, right?
Yeah.
That's what you say his name?
Caravio or
Caravio. Yeah.
His new album though didn't hit me quite as what it could have done.
Yeah, it was. I was hoping for more.
See, because when we discovered him was on the road trip. That
Yeah.
we took, the big road trip.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, pumpkin pie and peanut butter
Pumpkin pie.
waffles.
Ooh, and peanut butter. Food.
Of course.
Goodness. So, but yeah, no, good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Spotify, one of my favorite apps.
Yeah, and
To download.
and I did buy NF's record too.
The actual
Yeah.
record?
Yeah, the vinyl record.
You bought the vinyl?
Yeah.
Do you have a vinyl?
I
player?
bought a vinyl player, yeah.
Do you really?
I bought it, but
We gotta
I haven't
get one of
gotten it
those.
yet.
For the Volkswagen.
Well, you got to support the artists too, because I think a lot of them they still do get
Yeah.
some stuff from these services, but the ones that I really like, I actually still buy the albums just to support them.
Spotify, you don't make a lot on.
No, you
That's
don't.
what I've heard. I
You
don't
don't.
know for sure, but some of the artists I've talked to locally, they're like, we don't make anything
Well,
from Spotify.
And I respect NF a lot because
Yeah.
he should be getting an Emmy this year, but he was also the one he beat Chance the Rapper out at the Billboard 200.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chance the Rapper came at number 2 and NF came at number 1, selling over 100,000 records.
Wow. Good for him.
I think it was that. I don't know the exact number on that.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He did a good job this
Yeah.
year.
So,
Yeah, I think this year for music was interesting for me. I did a lot of... I love hip-hop and rap. I've always been a fan. You know, an ex-hip-hop artist myself.
well, you
know.
made more songs than probably a lot of those. Well, I shouldn't say that, but you've made a lot of songs.
I have. Over 200 hip-hop songs I have in a discography. Unreleased.
Wow.
Unreleased.
And I've listened to maybe half of one.
Half of one, yeah.
Half of
Well,
one?
that's all you need to listen to, I think.
Yeah.
I liked your Pursuit of Happiness one.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness wasn't
That
bad.
was a good song.
Yeah. But I've still been on the hip-hop trend. I got into country a little bit more this year. And I'm happy I did because it has a good vibe to it.
Yeah, I got into a lot of soundtrack.
Yeah.
towards the end of the year.
Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
I can. That's on my top playlist
Yeah.
choices, and I can have that on repeat.
Yeah, that's a good one. We also recently we dove into this new playlist as we're doing the home remodels. We dove into it's called
Have a Great Day.
Have a Great Day.
Oh.
Yeah, which is an awesome name.
And has a little bit of everything, a little 70s, 80s, 90s. There's some like newer tracks thrown in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Very diverse. Like if you're looking for a good morning playlist or really any time of day playlist, it'll pick you right up and it'll bring you back at the same time.
That's cool.
It's good.
Bring you back as in like not in a bad mood, but
Yeah.
like bring you back nostalgia wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good.
That's
Yeah.
good to clarify.
Yeah.
Makes you happy and also super depressed.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of moving on to the next topic, talking about motivation in life. Talking about just, you wake up in the morning. Some people have a why they wake up. Some people don't. Obviously, we wake up naturally. But other than that, sometimes there's like a driving factor for you to accomplish what you accomplish. Sometimes it's fear-based. Sometimes it's just because you want to do it. Sometimes you just don't give a... And that's why you do it. Whatever it ends up being.
Were you able to swear on your show?
Fuck yeah.
Well, there it is.
Precedent has been set.
Yeah. Maybe I'll bleep it out later. I don't know. But as far as it goes for motivation, like, why do you do what you do? Why? Yeah, maybe you can help motivate somebody else. Maybe you can give them a reason too. I don't know.
So what do you mean by, like, what do you do? Like your job, like clean, like why you do certain things in a day, like clean your house, or...
That's a good clarification because sometimes people separate life and work.
Yeah.
But I'm saying life as a whole.
So why do you get out of bed?
Yeah, like Richard Branson,
Okay.
billionaire.
Yeah.
He said that a lot of people like to separate work and life, but really it's just life. And by doing that, you're causing more stress. Very interesting take. He said it puts too much pressure on you need to do this in work and you need to do this in life. He said it's just all life. Just live it as life. Why would you live something as life? Why do you do life the way you do it? Why do you choose to work where you work? Why do you choose to hang out with the people you hang out with? Why? Leigha, you're first. Deep question.
Yeah. That's loaded.
Wow.
Going from
Yeah.
albums to...
This Tuesday afternoon just got serious.
Yeah. I need the soundboard here pretty soon. So I can just start hitting.
That'd be cool.
Some...
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Jaws. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but getting out of bed in the mornings in the winter, like this is a tough season for me.
Tough, yeah.
Like I don't feel as motivated. I'm not super excited to get up. Especially, I mean, like I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to prepare for work, and so it is dark. And then when I go to work, well, it's light, but I'm in the darkness inside with some pretty awful lighting. And then by the time I get out of work, it's dark again. And so every day kind of seems like Groundhog Day, but I have to keep on going with the grind because I've got bills to pay, I've got a mortgage to pay, and that's just what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? Summer is completely different. Like summer, I can still wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning if I want to, but I'm motivated. I'm like, yeah, let me get my running shoes on. Let's go for a walk or a run. And like, I'm excited to live that day. And I know that day is going to be hella long. Like I know that the sun's going to go down at 9:30, 10 o'clock PM. And I'm going to feel exhausted in the best way possible.
That's a good way to put it.
And then I feel like I'm living. Winter, I don't feel as though I'm living.
Do you? Is there?
And it's tough for me to motivate myself to like
Yeah.
to like trick my brain into going, yeah, you love living where we do in the Great White North.
Yeah, during wintertime.
That's why I like
is.
having like a vacation plan for spring break or something. So like I'm like, yes, like I have something to motivate me to work out, to keep the swim suit body, and I am like, okay, 49 days till Mexico. But I don't have that this year. No trip planned.
Well, we got to change that.
We
do.
might have to, yeah.
Well, we talked the safari.
Yeah, we did.
We got to do the safari in
LA.
California.
But it's not that warm.
I mean, it's still 50 though. I mean, hey, 50. I can't complain.
Yeah, but that puts
But
a
you're
lot
right.
of limitations on my safari outfit. Like,
That's true. Well,
Yeah.
you gotta think outfit.
yeah.
I'll probably be going raincoat.
I was
Poncho.
hoping for like the khaki shorts and Blundstone kind of look, but
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'd go the Steve Irwin or is it Irwin? Steve Irwin.
You're going with the hat?
Yeah.
The Tilly hat,
Yeah.
Tilly hat and fanny pack.
Well, you got to.
Fanny
I mean, if you're gonna do the safari, you got to do it Steve style.
Have the binoculars around the...
Yeah. Got to look super touristy.
Yeah.
That was just life for him. Right?
Yeah, that was life for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his daily wardrobe. I can only imagine what his closet looked like.
Same thing.
Same
Yeah.
vest. I do agree with winter being really tough though, because winter, like, it does kind of suck the life out of you. You get less vitamin D from the sun because you don't want to be outside in the cold. So like you're not getting what you need, like, because your body needs that.
Yeah.
And so there's always deficiencies of those kind of things, those necessities our bodies need. And so, I mean, it correlates exactly to why we're more tired,
Yeah.
why we're not as motivated to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
So it is tough.
Is there a place, because here's the benefit of living where we do, is summers are so long.
Summers are beautiful here.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Would you say that they're long though?
They are long, because they start at what?
Well, thanks
Sun's
to
up
global
by-
warming, they're long.
Well, yeah. Global warming is awesome as well. It has its benefits.
Definitely don't at us.
Because they start early, right? They start at like 6 a.m. and then they go until about 11 p.m. during summer.
Oh, so can you...
Like long days, I mean.
Okay.
Long light.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like duration of like your plus 30 party weather. Like,
Oh, no.
Like, I thought
Like, that's
you meant
just a
like
couple
it lasts
months.
like a long time. Like,
Oh, I wish it
Over a
lasted a
span
long
of
time.
winter lasts
A long
a long time.
Yeah.
I'm talking time itself, like
Time, yeah.
specific time during a day.
Gotcha.
each day during summer
So-
lasts.
Yeah.
really long.
Daylight hours.
Yeah.
Daylight hours. Is there a place on this planet that has, like, what is the place on this planet that has the longest daylight hour period over a
Well,
consistent amount
if
of
you
time?
go to the high Arctic, then you'll have periods of 24-hour light.
Yeah.
But then you'll also have, in contrast, the periods of
Of
24-hour darkness.
Yeah.
But is there a place that's consistently long
I doubt it.
on this planet? Because, like, equator, great, you're hot all the time, but then
The sun goes down so fast.
yeah, you have a limited time.
Yeah.
So when you're talking, it's like our winter periods all the time, except it's hot.
I think
Right?
in order for that
Yeah.
to happen, I mean, I would have to check on my phone, but, you know, if you were just independently wealthy, then you could just live for different
Yeah.
periods of the year
In
in
different places.
areas. Yeah.
Which is what a lot of them
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, that's a good motivator. I mean, what do you think for like you said workout, like walks, runs. So like what motivates you to get out of bed to do that?
A lot of people even during summertime they stay in because it's so hot and they're like, I need AC.
But even like what's like obviously there's an end goal, like stay healthy and
I just feel good.
yeah.
Like when I'm working out and I'm outside, even if I'm like sweating buckets, like I feel whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really don't even know how to describe that. Like when I'm in nature, when I'm doing stuff outside, like I'm busying myself, but I feel as though I've got purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
It is nice. We do a lot of stuff during the summertime. Ride bike. I was thinking about getting a bike this year.
That's what I want to do too.
Yeah.
I was gonna get one last year, but never did.
Yeah.
I love riding my bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bike riding is pretty sweet. Matt, what motivates you, man? To live life.
And you guys are entrepreneurs, so I think that changes things as well because you have to be motivated to do the stuff you do.
Yeah.
Whereas
Entrepreneurship's tough though.
it is.
Like it's
Yeah.
like motivation there is really tough because we get flexible hours. I mean, we can make our own schedules, but in turn, you also get you can't make your own schedules because then you're forced to stay at the office for 14 hours a day sometimes.
You care so much, at least we do as entrepreneurs, we care so much about our clients that, and this is hard for me sometimes, but like if a client messages me on a weekend, I want to help them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have the candid response of, I'll get to you on Monday. You know,
there's no luxury there of like weekends are done.
Yeah.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
We're a lot of people, you know, you have your 8 to 5s and you're done.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, for me personally, like I motivated a lot. Just I like to experience things in a day.
Yeah.
And so like whether and for me, experiencing doesn't take a lot. Like I don't need to go to a safari to like get a really cool experience.
Yeah.
I can go to Marketplace and have a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Like just as
which is the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah, which
yeah.
is the grocery store, yeah.
Yeah.
And so like but it just depends on how I mean, my mentality shifted a lot this year.
Yeah.
So cuz before my motivation was let's make money through entrepreneurship, like let's get security, let's make it safe so I can make enough for my future family.
Yeah.
And buy a house and do all that cool stuff. But now like that's not even really my focus. Now it's just like I have to do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
I can't focus on like getting the house until I focus on making my apartment my home first.
Mm.
You know, because then I'm just living in a place that I'm not calling home.
Yeah.
So it's the way that I would explain it. It's like when people complain about Minot.
Yeah.
Like the city that we live in. It's like there's nothing to do here. Well, yeah, there is stuff to do.
Yeah.
You just make stuff to do.
Yeah.
Or like so you can do that anywhere. I guarantee if I was in or the same people that were complaining were in Florida, they'd have something to complain about there too.
Yeah.
That's just human nature. We're going to find something to make us unhappy in the place we're in.
Some people just, what brings them happiness is complaining.
Yeah.
Or it's how they feel. That's the only way they can connect.
Yeah.
Is through complaining.
Yeah. And no disrespect, you know, people have their opinions. You know,
Yeah.
people have reasons why they don't like things. So I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, if you don't like it, that's great. But don't bog down other people for liking a city.
Yeah.
Just because they don't like it, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But me personally, I think the motivation for me is knowing that there's a future there,
Yeah.
or at least like a future that I want to get to.
Yeah.
So because I do want to have a wife, kids, you know, the whole package.
Yeah.
I think that's something very important to me. So, and obviously like things have happened in the past where it's kind of like now it's made me rethink even that situation a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why I view it differently now.
Yeah. I feel that this year was a huge shift in mentality to where it was grind, but now it's about being genuine, and not that we weren't before, but
Yeah.
there's a sense of like
Well,
greater understanding of what life truly means.
I think grind with boundaries.
Yeah.
Because like now you have, you know, family to think about.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like with boundaries and stuff, it's like you can grind, but you have to remember priorities too.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's something that we both, over the years, we had that luxury of not having to
Yeah.
necessarily worry about that.
And when you're young, there's things that you don't think of. Like
Yeah.
with me, having a dad that passed away at the age I did,
Yeah.
the way it all happened, really helped me realize something way different. Like the importance of family, the importance of, work's great, but it's only a part of your life.
Well,
You know?
and I don't know how deep you want to get with this, but it's like, you know, the past 2 years have not exactly been a walk in the park
Yeah.
for either of us.
Yeah.
You know,
very true.
For any of
we
us.
didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, both Eric and I, we had some kind of parallels
Yeah.
in the past 2
Yeah.
years that we experienced around the same time of each year.
Yeah.
So 2018, we started with my breakup,
Yeah.
failed engagement, and then we started 2019 with
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's like 2 years in a row. It was just and both Eric and I mean, we're very close, so we care about each other, and when things like that happen, it reflects on our personality and our business. And
Yeah.
so like for the past 2 years, it's finally nice to hop into a year where we're not having to deal with
Yeah.
that kind of drama and like having to kind of hit the reset button again.
Yeah.
So this year it's like we're not restarting. It's like
Yeah.
we're still continuing.
Yeah. We're building into something better.
Yeah, I made a post actually yesterday.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way I'm looking at it this year, it's not 2020 resolutions, it's 2020 results. because I'm so sick of making resolutions that don't turn into results.
Yeah.
Because when I make resolutions, it's like everything else. I tell myself I'm going to do it, and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
No accountability, and then I feel like I'm failing myself.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality this year.
Well, resolutions gives you it kind of gives you permission to try, and if it doesn't work out, then oh well.
Yes.
Right?
It does, yeah. And so resolutions aren't all that bad, but I feel like resolutions, like the common misconception that you make a resolution, and most people, like, I'd say probably 75% of people don't follow through with their resolutions. So that's why I don't
I mean, I think, and 2020 results needs to start internally, right?
Yes.
Like, we need to do work on ourselves all the time. And then those external things that we've always hoped and dreamed for, they'll come, right? They'll be attracted to who we are.
Yep.
Yeah, but so many people are like, oh, these are the goals I'm setting for myself. But so many of them are unrealistic. You can't force money into your bank account. You can't force someone to appear and fall in love with you. You can't force this, that, or the next thing. But you can become a better human being, and just by doing that, then the universe will provide.
Yeah, it's karma.
It will. Yeah, absolutely.
You track what you what you want. So.
I've preached this stuff to you guys over and over and over, both of you guys. Yeah. But it's about like manifesting what you want.
We're finally drinking the Kool-Aid, ladies and gentlemen.
But it is. It's like it's going deeper within yourself.
See, some people though have a hard time perceiving that.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
And for me, it's like we all have different lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we all perceive things differently. And
yeah.
So like my
this year you grabbed onto something. I don't know what happened,
yeah,
but it was like everything I was ever telling you. It's like all of a sudden it just like, and it just like.
Well, it's because everybody's on their own time.
It is absolutely.
And so like for me, like, you know what motivates me now.
Yeah.
Like 6 months ago, what motivated me to get out of bed was, I don't even know. Like I really didn't have a purpose.
Money, I think you said.
Well, money, but like it was just money. It wasn't money to like make money. It was money to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So like it was like you had to.
Yeah.
So like that was my look. Now I wake up with a motivation where I'm like, I write my blogs. And in my opinion, I think I do really good photography. So like at least I'm pursuing like a good area I think I'm talented in.
Yeah, you've had some really good shoots lately.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yeah.
And
so
you're
only gonna get better as you keep going.
Well, and what helps is like I join like different groups like on Facebook, and so I share my images with other photographers, and so like and a lot of like people giving me feedback and stuff.
People do they give you feedback?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like in constructive criticism, like the feedback that we really need.
Yeah, like for example, someone posted a post in this group thread that I follow, and it said, post your pictures taken with a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. Sounds super nerdy, but essentially it's just a really big lens on a camera. And so I put my images in there, some of my favorite ones in this thread, and this is open to like 50,000 people in this group. No, not these ones.
Okay.
These ones I put in like the low resolution ones, so like you can't take them.
Okay.
But anyway, so I shared this image, and then I got a comment in there, and followed by a bunch of reactions that were like liking it. And then this person writes in there and says, "These are beautiful images. What were your settings that you used?" So like for the first time, like I was really being asked like a technical aspect of photography, of something I never thought I would be considered like professional in. Mm-hmm. And then I just gave her my insight on how I did the photo.
Yeah.
So that was a cool moment for me, and that happened just today. Yeah. But it's like, it reminded me like every day I'll wake up with these new ambitions. Like you said, I grabbed something. Yeah. It was like what, 3 months, 2 months ago?
3 months ago, yeah.
3 months ago, something
September.
just clicked.
Yep.
And just everything changed.
Yep.
So, and I don't know what.
Gratitude is
that
like
could be
the most important thing, and sometimes though you get caught up in just life, you just forget to take a moment and just be appreciative.
Yeah.
Of just the things around you. And like how blessed we are. Yeah. Like truly. Like whether you're religious or not, I like the word blessed because it's just true. Like whatever has provided me the life I have, whatever you believe, like it's a thing, you know? And so it's incredible that we have clean drinking water. It's incredible that we have hot water when we take a shower. It's incredible I have an oven and a stove I can cook on. I mean, just 100 years ago, people didn't have refrigeration that was that great.
Yeah.
People didn't have the luxuries that we have today. So, like, I'm just grateful for what we have in our lives. But that simply, I notice in my life, if I take moments just to be like, constantly remind people I care about too, how much I love them, how much I care about them, telling people they're sexy, whatever it is, like, it's the truth. It's honestly the truth.
Literally, probably. What? Well, no, the only two people calling sexy in the room.
I think you hear it more. But you know, gratitude is really easy when it's the big monumental things in life, right? You're like, oh wow, I'm so thankful that I got this new car or whatever. But it's those little things that are truly awesome. Many years ago, 8 years ago, I was teaching grade 9 English, I believe. And there's this book. It started as a blog, and I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Eric, right?
I think Matt read it too.
The Book of Awesome by Neil.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that
Yeah,
one?
I do.
What is his name? Pasricha? Neil Pasricha? Neil P. Neil P. If you're listening, sorry I can't pronounce your last name, but
P?
no, it starts with the letter P.
Oh, it starts with a P.
Yeah.
I was like
Is it
thinking.
Pasricha?
I was thinking the vegetable P.
Oh, PEA.
EA. That's what I thought. His name
okay.
was, or it could be PA. Anyway.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Anyways, this Book of Awesome started as a blog, and he wrote down in a really cool literary style things that he finds are awesome. And so he'll, for example, I don't know if this is actually one or just one that I came up with myself because I like doing this, transferring all the clothes from the washer into the dryer without dropping anything. That is awesome.
That is
Or
awesome.
waking up in the middle of the night and it's kind of warm, turning the pillow to the cool side and laying your face on it. That is awesome. Or going to the grocery store and as you pull into the parking spot, the person in front of you pulls out, so you get the drive-through. So you get to like just pull out instead of back out when you like leave the grocery store. That is awesome. And so those, like, really reflecting on the things, the small things in life, part of your everyday, that actually just put a small smile on your face. I think that's what gratitude really is.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's because it's true.
It's appreciating.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I always ran into as I was younger, and you hear about the law of attraction, you hear about manifesting, and one thing when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I'm just going to think I'm a millionaire. I'm just going to dream I'm a millionaire. I think I'm going to... What I found out is what I was doing to myself is I was putting an expectation on reality. So we're like, there's a huge difference between expecting and appreciating.
Yeah.
And really what you're trying to do is rather than expecting, like, this is what I want as an end result. I want this car, this house, this job, you're putting so much pressure on your life. It's going to cause more stress than good compared to if you appreciate. Imagine if you appreciated your car so much, eventually you're going to have the car you've always wanted because you appreciate what you have so much. If you appreciate the home you have so much, over the top, you love everything about it, you're literally just going to transform what you have. Let's take like a door, for example, over there. A door handle. If you love that door handle so much, eventually you're going to upgrade that door handle to the one you've always wanted because you appreciate and you put so much attention on how much you love and care for it.
I think it also changes timeline, right? So if you're like, I hate this car, I can't wait for a new car, it will seem like such a long time until you get that new car. And once you get it, you're like, you've built up such anticipation that you might not actually appreciate getting that new car in full. But if you like say, oh, I love this car, it's done so well for me, and then you love it until it actually dies, then you haven't wasted time grumbling, and you truly appreciate being able to get into another set of wheels.
I think you have a cool story to share about your car experience.
Oh gosh, which one?
Well, because see, what was it like in the condensed version? What I found pretty cool And
we were talking about this today.
Yeah. It's just something cool to think about. But it's just one of those like where patience pays off. Yeah. Where it's like you bought a new car.
Oh, let's rewind a little bit further then.
Well, okay.
Yeah, so before I had a 2005 4Runner, and this thing had 350,000 miles on it. So
wow, you converted it to American. Impressive.
Yeah. 350,000 miles on it, which is super impressive. We took it to Yellowstone this summer. It was a great vehicle. I loved it so much. Tons of cargo space. Great to throw the dogs in the back. And then last year, blew the transmission. First the alternator, replaced it. Blew the transmission. Practically just put a new engine in the vehicle. And I was so thankful I could continue to drive it. Yeah, I wanted something new in the future, but like, this vehicle has done me so well. And Toyotas, I'm pulling an Eric. Toyotas are an awesome vehicle to drive. But yeah, and then this fall, blew the transmission again. And at this point, I do a lot of traveling. I was like, you know what? I would just feel safer if I got a new vehicle. And so I bought a new Hyundai Tucson. So bought a new vehicle, it's the recap. Less than 24 hours later, rode it off by hitting a deer. Devastated. Long story short, couple month process, but I got into another new vehicle for the same payment. And this is a 2020 instead of a 2018. Same model, Hyundai Tucson. And it has a lot of amazing options. And I am happier with this vehicle than I was with the first one. So, yeah, unfortunate how it worked out. And I didn't enjoy killing a deer, nor allowing the deer to kill my vehicle. But, yeah, new vehicle, I'm happy.
And that's sometimes how things happen.
Well, and when you least expect it to. Because I'm sure in that moment, you're probably not like, thinking, oh, I'm going to get a brand new 2020 for the same price, same payment. Like, I'm sure in that moment, it was more of a, like, shoot, my vehicle's toast.
Yeah.
Like, and now I have to pay all this money to fix it after you just spent all that money buying the car.
Right? Yeah. So, and some things just lined up. Like, there was no vehicle of the same model that I had bought previously available, which I was super crushed about at first. And then I had bought some insurances that allowed me to pay off the loan that I had for that vehicle, as well as give me a little bit of extra as a down payment. And so it just worked out in my favor. It was, not expected whatsoever. Now, was it worth going through a couple months of hassle? And you know what? I was in a perfectly good vehicle. It would have been just fine. I would have rather not had the hassle, but if I had to go through it, this was the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that kind of leads me to the last part of the podcast. So a lot of things I'm doing lately, my mentality has changed into becoming the world's coolest grandpa. And that's why I'm doing my YouTube channel. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing. I just want to have a full life. By the time I'm a grandpa, I want to be able to look back on my life and go, wow, I did some pretty awesome shit. And with that, though, comes a mentality shift. It's almost like more of a legacy piece than it is, and trying to live life to the fullest rather than trying to be nitpicky about everyday life maneuvers. Matt, I want to start with you on this question. With the knowledge that you have now, if you were a grandpa and you had one piece of advice to give to the world before you died, what would it be?
Oh, wow. That's such a loaded question.
One piece of advice.
And is it for someone specific or just advice in general?
Advice in general, or it could be specific. It's your call.
See, I'm trying to avoid cliches and tropes because people will tell you all the time, like, do what makes you happy, do all that stuff.
But there's truth in that.
There is so much truth, and but I think I think for me personally, my with my struggles and my experiences I've had, my piece of advice would be, don't be afraid of change. Mm-hmm. I think that's my life has been always about change, and I've done a ton of moving in my life, and just tons of things in my life have changed. You know, parents divorcing, you know, the engagement thing, like, you know, all that stuff. You know, it's kind of, it takes a toll on a person if you don't like change. And so for the longest time, I was really trying to just avoid change because I like stability, I like structure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think humans inherently are adverse to change, and they do like structure.
Yeah.
They like knowing where those lines are.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. So, but it's also one of my biggest fears is like, you know, a change of like, you know, us not having our careers tomorrow.
Yeah, being entrepreneurs.
Yeah, like that's change, you know. But if I spend so much time worrying about that, like us not having a job, well, then it's actually doing me a disservice in the moment, because then I'm spending all my energy and my time on something that's not even happened yet.
Yeah.
So it's like that'd be my biggest advice. Just embrace change. Don't be afraid of it. So and then just adjust accordingly. So like if I lose my apartment tomorrow, well, I can't spend time moping around. Like I have to act on that. Find a different thing to do.
Yeah.
Different place. Whatever that would take.
And that's worst come to worst.
Yeah. Not saying that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But like for me, one thing I dealt with most of my life is stress.
Yeah.
Anxiety and depression and not to like put that down on other people, but it's just like everybody deals with that differently. And so for me, change was always a gateway to going to those dark places. And so really this past year I've had to just get comfortable with with change. So,
and I told you this a while back, and you've kind of embraced it the past 3 months with that change, but it's almost like you've used that anxiety and that stress as your superpower now.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Because you see the world differently than other people do. You're thinking about so much more than most people, but that's honestly sometimes a good thing sometimes for other people.
Yeah.
Because not that you want to do that, or, you know, sometimes it does become very hard on you, but I know that's something it seems like the past 3 months you've been able to channel that into almost like, I see the world differently. I'm okay with that. I'm going to take on new things.
You're right. But it happened from a conversation we had. Mm-hmm. A long time. I mean, we were at the office and we kind of got real one day, and we were just like talking about life.
Yeah.
Like talking about the future, and because we have to, you know, as entrepreneurs and even as people, like just trying to plan, you know, obviously next year, like 2020 is going to bring a lot of change.
Yeah, a lot of good.
Yeah, a lot of good.
Really good things.
But I have to be comfortable with the idea that 2020 is going to bring a lot of change.
Yeah.
Because if I have it in my head right now where everything's going to be exactly the way it is right now, then I'm going to be disappointing myself. It's kind of like when you talked earlier about like expectation of yourself
versus appreciating.
Yeah. So like me, like instead of expecting that I'm going to have my apartment tomorrow, I'm appreciating that I have my apartment today. So like that's how I'm going to start looking at it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be my piece of advice, not to dwell.
That's good. Leigha, how about you?
Goodness. Well, one thing that I try to impart on my students, which I think would be completely relevant when talking about grandkids and giving advice, in a world, here's the cliche, in a world that you can be anything, be kind. Because so many of us strive to be the best at something or accumulate wealth or do this out of the next thing. But that's not really what people are going to remember. At the end of the day, they're going to remember how you treated them in the good times, but especially how you treated them in the bad times. And when you're being kind to people, also remembering to be kind to yourself.
That one's tough for a lot of people.
Yeah. So those are my words of wisdom.
The words of wisdom.
They are
Leigha
wisdom.
and
They're
Matt.
wise.
How about you, Eric?
Ooh. I feel like I have a new mantra like every other week.
You do.
Or day.
Or day. I just learned so much about myself. in this current moment, this year, the most important game changer in my life has been to dance.
I remember you were talking about that.
The tango.
All of them. I just started doing it. It wasn't like I sat down and was like, I'm going to start dancing today. And that's going to improve my state of being. But I just started doing it. Like I would turn on music and I would dance in the shower in the morning. And anytime we had a new client opportunity at our job, I'd dance. Or like falling in love with Leigha, I'm dancing at home and doing my thing and having fun. Like, or sometimes we'll be cooking and then I'll just grab you romantically and we dance a slow dance to a song.
It drives me nuts.
It does.
I just want to finish cooking. Like I've got a list of to-dos and I want to like check them off. But I think that that's where I need to be more easygoing and feel a dance with you, because I'm a real goal-oriented person, even when it comes to like the small things in life. Like
you're very geared.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
As soon as you're in, like it was very evident when we went on our trip, and Yellowstone, like, and it's a good thing. Like, you know, you were cooking us breakfast, but like you were in that zone. Like anything else, like there was no outside distractions. It was like all, but that's cool. It shows a very detail-oriented side, and that's something that's appreciated.
Yeah, that would be my thing. Dance a little bit. Have fun.
You even do that whenever, like just today, we were looking at we made a new banner for our bridal showcase, and we set it up, and then he was looking at it, and then he starts dancing, and goes up, gives me dabs and stuff. So I mean, it's true. You have done a lot more dancing this year.
Yeah, and maybe that'll change. You know,
but why dancing? Is it not taking yourself seriously? Is it feeling the emotion in that moment, or like what is it?
There's a lot of things that come with dancing that I've realized. So sometimes you're so inside of your mind with things going on in life, and what I like, dancing is almost like exercising, where like you're all of a sudden you're externally moving. So like you change up your pattern of life. So like exterior, and like at least for me, if I'm overwhelmed with something, all of a sudden I just start dancing. It like forces my mind instantly out of whatever I'm thinking about. I'm like, I'm on to different things.
Eerily enough, that's what Joker did too.
Yeah, well, yeah, oddly enough, right? But all of a sudden it feels better. And
feeling it holistically too, right? Like not just your like mind or your soul, but body as well. So it's an immersive experience.
Yeah. And then, but also linking it to maybe a song you like for me in the shower, I'm dancing to hip hop songs and stuff, and I'm just having fun, moving my hips, very sexually, very nice, and maybe sensually is the better one.
That'd probably be the better
I would go with that one.
I'm sexually moving my hips in the shower. I have a great time dancing around though, so I think it's that, and then I don't know, you feel just more connected with yourself a little bit. You feel more confident when you dance around.
I'd say yeah to that.
Yeah, that's why I do it.
I mean, I think one thing that we can all agree on is that when we are giving advice, it's just for the moment, because we're not all like, we
don't have it all figured out.
No, so like us giving advice, it's not trying to come off like we know everything. It's just these are instances that, I mean, I love the be kind thing, because that's, you know, this past year we've experienced a lot of unkind people that have done some really unkind things. And so like having to stay, like, you know, you have some great stories that probably good for a different podcast. But, you know, stories of
the Meister,
like of like overcoming like some of the, like killing it with kindness, you know, it's like there's such a truth to that. And I think that correlates with like what I was feeling too with the change, because like part of that change was like friends not, being there for me when I needed it. And then taking advantage of me. Like I take that very seriously because I invest so much of myself into my friends and to the ones that I really like care about and cherish. And so when they wrong me in that sense, it's like, okay, well, there's change there. So immediately my mindset goes to like, I have to like get them out of my life. But and not in a mean way. It's just like, but you're so right in the sense like, rather than if they call me, like I can ignore them, that's fine. But if I run into them in public, I'm not going to go scream at them and be like, you did me wrong. Like you did all this. It's just like going on with your life and moving on and not dwelling.
Because, I'll add a little tidbit to that.
Yeah.
Put some sprinkles on it. Because what we've learned too this past year is the importance of terminology.
Yes.
And I don't mean like using a better word to enhance your grammar, but I mean like rephrasing the way you look at something. And so when you're talking about people have done you wrong, killing it with kindness, like dancing's the external thing to do, but your words are dancing in your head. And so whatever vocab you use commonly connects to how you think about something. So like Matt and I, our business model for our company changed to what we've always done, which was we care. Yeah, we're a marketing company. Yeah, we do advertising for companies, but at the end of the day, we care about what you do. We care about our marketing. We care about your business, and we want you to grow as a company. But changing that meant so much more.
Yeah.
It meant the emotion that we transfer through it. When somebody does us wrong, how we decide to view them, if we decide to kill it with kindness, well then all those feelings of anger, frustration, words of hate, all that would eat at us, if we just decide to change it to, I'm going to be kind to that person, even though that person did me wrong, I'm going to let the world handle that person and move on with my life. That's not only a mature thing to do, it's an adult thing to do, and it's a way to move on and like live your life.
Well, and how are you going to move on with your life if you're dwelling on all that stuff?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, right? So
Yeah.
we've like reflected on 2019, and now we're looking to spring load awesomeness and just propel it into 2020.
Absolutely.
Right?
Couldn't say that better.
So should we end the podcast with one thing we're spring loading?
Yeah.
Into 2020?
I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Eric, you start.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
We've been
Usually
starting.
you leave yourself with time to think about things.
Now it's our time to think.
I'm too busy listening to you guys. Okay, 2020 spring loading into 2020. Is this like the?
It could be
This
something
is-
small. It could be something.
Is
big.
it a result?
It's a result.
It's a result.
2020,
Yeah.
not a resolution.
No,
The result.
This
of
is
2020.
results of 2020.
Are we looking for a word or a goal?
Either or.
Either or.
Whatever suits you best.
Something you feel.
So I feel like this year is like 2019 was such a period of growth for me in so many ways.
Yeah.
I lost weight though.
You did.
So I
Down to a
lost weight there.
34, right?
Down to a 34. 34.
34 waist.
Yeah. That's big. But
Well, not big.
I would say that going into 2020, I want to spring load and be just the best person I can be in any sense of the word. If it means our business, I just want to try my best. If it's me losing weight, I want to try my best. And a lot of people have a thing about try. They're like, you can't, if you're trying, you may not do it. But it is. Every day when I wake up, I just simply want to just be the best I can be. I want to love more than I've ever loved in 2020. I want to let people know that. My family, my friends, my lady. I want to tell people how much I love and care for them because I don't think people hear that enough. And I want I want to work out more, and I want to care about my body. Like, I just want to care more about things and have an intention about caring. So if I was to spring load something into 2020, I want to execute how much I love and care about things. That's my 2020.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Matt, why don't you go for it? Chloe, my puppy, just let one rip, and I'm recovering over here. Oh!
We'll save the best for last then.
She's had gas all day.
Springing load into 2020. I think in 2020 I want to truly find what I value. And reason being because a lot of things that I have in my life I don't value enough. So like my friends, like my family, like I don't see them enough, you know, like our business stuff, like yeah, I put in a ton of time, but it's like, you know, sometimes I don't value like the time that I'm there. Sometimes it's just like I feel like I'm forced to be there. So I think just placing more value for things in my life, and really making sense of why it's valuable to me. So like, you know, to give an example, when I drive this car, my car that I have, the reason I have this car is because it was bought for Rachel and I to have a family, and some, like, it's practical. So, but now we're not together. And so now I'm stuck with the car that in my mind at one point I was like, oh, this is tainted. Like I have to think about it all the time. But then I look at it from the other side where it's like, look how many times it's helped us transport equipment. Mm-hmm. How many times we've been able to use it for like our showcases and, you know, helping you move stuff and me moving stuff. Like, so it's actually been a big tool. Mm-hmm. And so kind of touching on the story that Leigha was talking about with her car, that's kind of how I'm spearheading 2020, is I'm realizing that there's more value to things even when they don't seem like they make sense. Like they're there for a reason. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to start approaching it that way. So like our meeting today happened for a reason.
It did.
Like us doing this podcast happened for a reason, because this could impact someone that we might not know.
I really hope this helps somebody.
Yeah. Like me, like
it makes their life more awesome.
Yeah. Like me doing photography, like I was told by a few of the people that I've done that they feel more confident in themselves. And so like, and that is big for me, because I've always been a people person, trying to please other people and put my own self stuff aside. So, but finding value in those words that people are telling me. Yeah. You know, so yeah, value is my big word, and spring load into 2020. Yeah.
Leigha, you're up. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. They've listened to this podcast now for over an hour and a half. The troopers.
The troopers.
Who've listened to our first one.
Here's the payoff.
Yeah. This is everything they've been waiting for.
Wow.
So no pressure.
No pressure at all. For me, 2019 held a lot of changes, but nothing like 2020. So 2020, I'm looking at a cross-border move. I'm looking at selling my home that I put tons of sweat equity into, a change of career. So these are like be really big things for me. So I want to spring load awesomeness by paying closer attention to the small things. So what truly makes me happy, whether it's putting on warm socks straight out of the dryer, or my puppies, Chloe and Penny, just the joy that they bring me, or my love, new friends, just really paying attention to those small things, because in moments of stress and confusion with the big things, those small things will keep me grounded. So that's the awesomeness that I'm going to pay attention to in 2020.
2020 is about clear visions.
It is, baby.
Clear.
Yeah.
We'll all have perfect vision this year.
Dude,
No more staring at our phones from
Yes.
far away.
You know, I am prepared for
Yeah.
all of the puns that are about to happen in 2020 related to that.
just you
Clear
wait.
vision, crystal. You already have a post loaded, probably, don't you?
Oh, I've got stuff that'll last me months, my bro.
All right, well, there it is. First podcast of awesome. I'm going to try to put one out every other Sunday, so people can listen to it on Sunday when they're doing housework, and Monday morning on the way to the office.
Dancing with the broom,
Yeah.
getting jiggy in the car.
Fogging up the windows.
Well, not that kind of jiggy. Or maybe that kind of jiggy. Monday morning
I think that's the right time to do it.
Well, you have to. You gotta start the
doing
week
that.
off.
with a bang.
Yeah.
Ta-da-da.
2020, dad jokes coming your way.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Peace out.
Bye.
See you later.